Okay, I swear this channel won't be a strictly WACOM based one. I had just so happened to finish the script to this video while dealing with school and personal matters. Also, that WACOM pen destruction video was long overdue, so my channel, my rules. So, after recent events, I have upgraded from my WACOM CTH480 over to a Huion Inspiroy H640p. For a basic model tablet, it gets the job done. However, as someone who had kept clinging on to that old tablet, it was a quite literal night and day difference. Gone were the days of worrying about my tablet having a stroke for running on new software. Gone was worrying about what would happen if the nibs faded, and most importantly, I can get customer service for a product that isn't discontinued. As I mentioned before, this is a pretty bare bones drawing tablet. What you see is what you get. However, the $40 price tag doesn't hurt either. Comparing this tablet to my previous WACOM tablet is actually what inspired this video. I have been doing digital art for over 12 years, and it is rather interesting to see how the overall attitude of WACOM changes as technology advances. When I was first starting to get into digital art, WACOM was not just a tablet name, but it was the tablet name. Every artist I knew used a WACOM tablet for their drawings. You quite literally couldn't escape it. To have a drawing tablet was like being part of the cool kids club. Unfortunately, this led to a notion that in order to be a somewhat decent artist, you had to have your hands on a drawing tablet. Of course, we know this isn't true, and unfortunately, this stigma still persists to this day. Around this time, I was about 12 years old, and of course, I couldn't just simply get my hands on a drawing tablet, so I was at the mercy of my parents for me to receive my tablet. In fact, come to think of it, I think most people back then and even nowadays receive their drawing tablets as either birthday or even Christmas gifts. I'm actually very curious. Leave a comment down below in terms of where you got your first drawing tablet from. Was it a Christmas gift or a graduation gift? Or was it even a gift at all? Did you buy it or did somebody else buy it for you? Another aspect of WACOM that is still relevant today is that their tablets are expensive as shit. Just for reference, my WACOM Intuos was about $250 when it first came out in 2013. The very first WACOM tablet that I had was about $100 and it was a WACOM Pen and Create. As I mentioned before, the Huion tablet that I bought was only $40. Drawing tablets have become a lot more affordable in recent years, and they are also becoming more and more accessible. A lot of modern tablets have been opting to have an option to be plugged in either via USB-C or even on mobile devices. Obviously, such technology didn't exist back then, and it's still something that blows my mind to this day. The very first drawing tablet that I received was an 8th grade graduation gift from my parents. I remember the night I came home from my reception and saw that package on the front door of my front porch, only to find out that it was that rare, elusive WACOM tablet. I was ecstatic. The amount of hours that I had spent on that tablet was just ungodly. Then, Christmas of 2013 came and I was gifted with another brand spanking new tablet, which was the WACOM Intuos. That tablet was my mainstay for the longest time, and I also ended up destroying that one recently. I have a video if you want to go check it out, and I recommend watching it after this one. However, after about 2015-2016ish, the attitude of WACOM tablets started shifting. During this time, quite a few things happened. First and foremost, other tablet companies started establishing themselves. In 2005, XP Pen was established. Huion and Gaomon were both established in 2018. I'm sure there are probably other tablet companies in between that I didn't mention, but the point is that the drawing tablet economy was becoming more diverse. In the case of XP Pen, Huion, and Gaomon, they offered cheaper alternatives to WACOM products. One major aspect to their success was the amount of promotion via sponsorship videos. Many artists, especially those in the animation meme community, would be sponsored by the aforementioned companies to review the product. This in turn leads to more people becoming aware of these companies. This was where I heard about these tablet companies, and most likely where others heard about them as well. Apple also played a major role in the tablet industry as well, already establishing their name in the computer industry and technology as a whole, let's be real here. They went even further with their iPad line of products. One accessory in particular, the Apple Pencil, was notable in making the device a viable competitor to the drawing tablet market. This, alongside a modest price and having the capabilities of being able to stand out as a standalone computer, made the iPad the quintessential drawing tablet. Now, there is such a diverse selection of drawing tablets to choose from that WACOM has been trying to gain some of their lost fandom back. WACOM released a new model of their screen tablet called the WACOM 1. It served as a cheaper alternative to its more infamous cousin, the WACOM Cintiq. Having said all that, that does lead to one last question. Is it even worth investing in a WACOM? If I may be honest, I'd rather say it's better to skip out on WACOM altogether. As I mentioned before, companies like Huion have been offering cheap alternatives to the WACOM tablet. Also, why spend close to $2,000 on a screen tablet when you can spend a fraction of that price on a tablet that can do that, plus go on the internet and be able to carry it on the go? I don't know about you, but the iPad Air has been a godsend for both my art and school. Being able to access the internet, draw, listen to Spotify, take notes, and have access to all my textbooks and notebooks is really something that's hard to pass up. It seems as though the only reason that WACOM is relevant to begin with is primarily because of status. The professional industry tends to show off those sexy Cintiq machines in all of their glory, while the artists and animators are just stroking away with the tips of their pens. Their tablet pens. Get your minds out of the gutter. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that WACOM still has the clout to be able to sell the products as much as they want to. However, a consequence to that is that other people start looking elsewhere due to how expensive they are. People see these new companies and how their products are just as much on the same tier as a WACOM product and for a fraction of the cost. While I don't think WACOM is going to be shut down anytime soon, I do believe that the effects of companies like Huion and Gaomon are starting to have an effect on WACOM. As I mentioned before, WACOM released a cheaper model of the Cintiq called the WACOM 1. They're realizing that they can't necessarily get away with price gouging their tablets. I also saw another version of the WACOM 1 for $60. Just for reference, my WACOM Intuos back in 2013 was about $300. And also the Pen and Create that I first got in 2012, that one was $100. And at the time, that was like their base model. Whether we like it or not, WACOM will always be here to stay. They'll never be out of business anytime soon, not only because of status, but also because of brand loyalty. However, this isn't to say that they aren't immovable. They have been clearly paying attention to some of the trends that other companies have been engaging in, like the aforementioned sponsored videos and offering cheaper prices. Who knows what will happen in the future, but do know that WACOM will always be there.